Okay, so, yeah, okay. I think I say that just too much. I know people get tired of it, but I could say, hey everybody, it's Wesley, like Ryan does for How Farms Work. But then that would be like Ryan does from How Farms Work. How Farms Work? Yeah, that's it. So anyway, I'm here at the Hardy Commander sprayer. It's right here. It is right now full of nitrogen, and I'm having a little bit of trouble with it. Couple of little bit of troubles with it. I got a tire that's wearing through. That's trouble one, which I'm gonna have to address pretty damn soon, like pretty soon. So, but the major problem is it seems like it is putting down more fertilizer than it's supposed to. Now I've only put down a little bit of fertilizer so far because our weather, and right now it's drizzling out there. The sun may be shining, but there's water coming out of the sky. But there is a really neat little tool, not tool, but a neat part that I have in my hand right here. I'm going to show it to you. This is the flow meter, flow control meter, and it's supposed to spin freely like this. But unfortunately, the one that's in the one that's actually up in here is not flowing freely. So it is taking more pressure or more flow to make it turn freely. So I just decided, and there's nothing really wrong with it other than it is probably got some dirt or something that is built up in between there, but I figured it would be better to just replace this part and you know, give it a shot from there, because this spring, right now, about a week ago when I first attempted to use the sprayer, it had it wouldn't register that I was putting any fertilizer down, and I couldn't adjust anything. So from further investigation, I pulled that meter out of there, and it's nothing. It's right here. I don't even have to do anything other than grab a stool to stand on, which I will do right here. And I will bring you right up to speed there as to where it's at. Well, anyway, it wasn't registering, so I had to figure out what the problem was, and it turns out that the problem was it was seized up. The wheel, this wheel here, was seized up. Well, it goes right here, you know, just like so, and this is a little bit tighter than, well, it's not tight, that's fine, it just hangs there, it's kind of loose. So what you want to do is you want to make sure your boom is as high as it can go on here, because if you don't, you may end up with a problem. The fertilizer will backflow over the top, making a little bit of a mess. So I'm going to try not to have a mess, and I'm going to try and put this thing on here, whoop, without breaking my own neck, because I just about did. So what you do is you grab a hold of this and you unfurl the who's and what's it there, the nut that's there. Real simple work. And then you kind of do that, and then you go and you get yourself a flat-headed screwdriver. Now I'm going to shut you off, and I'm going to put you on the tripod, because I can't do what I want to do with all my hands, and I don't have a GoPro anymore. I got rid of that thing. Pain in the ass. Actually, I never got rid of it. I still have it. But I'm going to put you on the tripod, and you can watch me. Okay, so technically, I don't see anything really wrong with it. It seems to be spinning quite freely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go take it out to the milk house where we used to have the cows, and I'm going to clean it up with some water so that I can actually get a closer look at it. And I'm probably going to drive this pin out of here, the pin that holds the little Teflon pieces on. There was rust that was built up on the little magnets, because that's what tells it what it's doing. I don't know, we're going to find out whether this fixes it or not. If not, then I have to go elsewhere. Could be in the calibration. Could be in the calibration, but it's always good to have one of these on spare anyway, and I thought I had one on as a spare, but I can't seem to find it, so I may have used it. This may be the spare. There's really nothing wrong with this guy. But anyways, I'm going to go clean it up and I'll get back. Okay, so I found the problem, and it is junk. I'm going to get the frame here. So on first glance, it was okay. But one of the little metal pieces here for the pickup eye was flush with the top, okay? So these things have a very close tolerance here, and I didn't think that it should have, yeah, right there, it would have hit. Well, I went and I spun it with the air just a little bit, and it revealed a crack right there. And that is what had happened. So this thing had cracked out, and of course the little metal piece had flown out of there. So $289 worth of junk. I made the right call this morning when I purchased that one. I'm gonna have to get another one in. They don't go bad that often. That's only the second one of those I've had to replace in 11 years, and the first one was within the first year of owning it. And I don't think that there was anything really wrong with it at that point, other than it was, I might want to, it doesn't matter. I'll just get a brand new one. It's better to have a brand new one on hand. So anyhow, yeah, everything is, this should fix the problem. So we should have the right amount of flow. Now I'm going to have to make a phone call and see about 2 tires, because that is going to let loose. I don't know when, but not long from now. So I get two tires for on this thing, cheap ones. They're bias ply, but they have to be the right size, or your flow won't be right. So you have to recalibrate it. But anyway, yeah. So there's one more thing that really needs to be addressed on this thing to make it 100% right, and it's right here. See that guy right there? I'll show you what it is. It's broken, and it needs to be replaced, and I've bought it. It's nickel and dime parts, it's like 13 bucks or whatever. And I did replace it already on the other one, the Hardy Navigator, and I'll show you what it is. This guy, swivel eye. Okay? So that's the swivel eye that I need to replace on there. So what I'll do is I'll take the there shouldn't be any pressure on it at this point. But I'm going to take that pin out here. It's loose, or maybe the bottom one, I don't care. And I'm going to knock in a new one of these, because that one's gone, and I should be okay. I know they're the same all the way around. I don't think that one's bad. No, see, it's the same thing. So but this one's gone. It's on the race. So what I'll do is I'll knock that pin out, and I'll put this in, and we should be good. We should be good for another 100,000 acres, right? Something like that. I don't know, over the years, over the last 10 years of strictly using this one, this will be its 11th year. I don't know how many thousand acres I put on there. 10, 50, 60,000 maybe? Maybe more. It might be close to 100, because, for a while we were doing all the corn and soybeans, and we went over the corn and soybeans no less than 2-3 times, and that was another 500 acres. So there's another, let's say 1,500 acres there each year with just the corn and the soybeans. Hay ground, we do pretty much all of it twice, or half of it twice anyway. So yeah, we've put a lot of acres on there. So for another $13, there you go. Anyway, I'm going to get on to it.